Okay, so now we're going to start our brake test, and in order to do that, I'm going to turn the bus into the on position. The tires have already been chocked. Let the gauges do their sweep. So my bus is not running, but it is on. So the first thing that I'm going to do is release the parking brake. I should lose no more than 2 PSI in 1 minute. Would you like to time me? It's not moving. So we're going to pretend it's been a minute. I'm going to firmly place my foot on the service brake and hold it down. And I should lose no more than 3 PSI in 1 minute. Would you like to time me? And it's not moving. So we're going to pretend it's been a minute. I'm going to pump my service brake. In between 60 and 70, my low air pressure alarm will sound. I'm going to continue to pump. And in between 20 and 40, my parking brake will engage. That completes my low air pressure test. My next portion is my air brake. I have drained my air tanks, so now I have to fill them back up. I'm going to turn my bus completely on. I am going to accelerate to about 2,000 RPMs on this bus. Well, come on, honey. You are being sensitive today. There we go. And I'm going to hold that until my air tanks reach to about 60 to 70. The low air pressure alarm will go off. Okay, so my low air pressure alarm has gone off. I'm still going to idle, and I'm going to hold it there until my air tanks both reach around 115 on this bus. Idling at about 2,000 RPMs. Right now I am at 100 PSI. So I'm just going to hold it there a little bit longer. My front tank has reached about 110, and my rear air tank is at 100. So my rear air tank is just a little bit behind. Okay, so now that I've reached 115, I'm going to let off the accelerator, and I'm going to allow it to reach 120 on its own. It should reach 120 within 45 seconds. My rear air tank is a little slow. Once it reaches 120, you will hear the release of air. That's when you know that you have completed this portion of your brake test. So that completes the air brake portion. The next portion of my brake test is my parking brake. I want to make sure that my parking brake will hold. So I'm going to put my foot on the service brake, and I'm going to put it into drive. Then I'm going to give it a little bit of gas. Didn't go anywhere. Put it into all of my gears. Give it some fuel. Cannot remember if this bus will let me go into reverse without putting my foot on the brake. All right, so my bus did not move, and I put it back into neutral. My parking brake is set. That completes the parking brake portion of my brake test. The last portion is my service brake. In order to do my service brake, I have to step out and remove the wheel chocks. In order to remove the wheel chocks, I have to turn my bus off and take my key with me. You may ask your examiner if she would like, or he would like, for the bus to stay running. But if you do not ask, you will fail your test. So now I'm gonna go and remove my wheel chocks. I'm gonna leave it running because it's just you and I doing this test real quick. So 3 points of contact exiting the bus. Coming out here. Uh-oh. And removing my wheel chocks. Points of contact. I'm getting back into the driver's seat. First thing you do is put on the seatbelt. Don't forget the seatbelt. I only put it behind me because I'm short. And it's only on this particular bus that I have to do that. Okay, so I have finished that. So now I'm going to put it into drive, release my parking brake, and then I am going to drive up to 5 miles per hour. Once I do that, then I just come to a complete stop, put it back into neutral, and set the parking brake. That completes all portions of my brake test.